Good Morning Texas Home and Wealth, sponsored by Rodney Anderson with Supreme Lending.
If you haven't noticed lately, the housing market has been doing extremely well, and our viewer mailbag is filling up. So mortgage expert Rodney Anderson is here to answer your questions, and there are a lot of questions in that mailbag, but we pulled out 4.
Yeah, we want to help everybody out, so let's get to the questions right away, Shannon.
Andrea from Prosper, here is what she's asking, Rodney. My husband started a new business a year and a half ago. We want to buy a new home, so how long will we have to wait since he's gone from salary to self-employed? That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. And most of the time when you go from salary to self-employed, you have to have 2 full years of tax returns. Ooh. So if they started a year and a half ago, 2017 would be their first full year of tax returns. 2018 would be their second full year of tax returns. So in 2019, they could potentially be a homeowner. Now, one thing that happens is, why do you want a history? The reason why you want a history is when you become self-employed, you're running a brand new business. We don't know what your expenses are going to be. We don't know what your bottom line profit is going to be. And what's going to happen is, it's not based on what you gross, it's based on what you net. So when you're self-employed, it's very important to get pre-approved up front before you go even looking for houses to make sure that you can qualify.
Okay, there's the answer to a really important question. Now, Charles is coming to us from Fort Worth. He has this question. He says, my wife and I want to sell our existing home and buy a new one. We are military veterans, but had a Chapter 7 bankruptcy 3.5 years ago. So how long do we have to wait in order to buy another home?
Yeah, a Chapter 7 bankruptcy on VA loans only require 2 years.
Oh.
Conventional loans after Chapter 7 are 4 years. Now, you do have to reestablish your credit after the bankruptcy. You will have to have a mortgage credit score of at least 620 in order to get a VA loan, but VA loans are fantastic for people. And so, Charles, I have good news. You can call and get pre-approved today.
All right, all you got to do is give him a call if you are in the same situation as Charles. But Steve is coming from Capel. He wrote, Rodney, my wife and I have a first mortgage that we owe $230,000 on a 4.75%. We have a pool home improvement loan for $60,000 at 7.25%, and we also accumulated $30,000 in credit card debt. Is there a way that we can put all of this together?
Yeah, we're doing a lot of this. This is called a cash out refinance, where we're consolidating first mortgages, second mortgages, and credit card debts all into one. And many people are looking at the 15-year fixed rate mortgages on this because they don't want to go backwards. They want to go forwards. But yes, consolidating everything into one payment. Just imagine, right now you're making one payment on the first, a payment on the second, and a payment on all those credit cards. Let's consolidate it into one loan. If you have good credit, good to excellent credit, and you have a bunch of equity in your home, then I would recommend that they look at a cash out refi.
Wow, and that also eliminates paying late.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that happens is, when people get into credit card debt, it keeps escalating. They max them out, and it can potentially make them pay late on some of their credit cards. And so one of the things I tell people, get it all under control before it controls you and before you make late payments and it's too late to get a loan.
I tell you what, real quick, Beth from Flower Mound, we want to get to you. Her question, I recently got divorced and was awarded the house. I need to refinance in the next 90 days. I would like to refinance, but the home in my name, pay off $30,000 credit card debt that she's accumulated. What's the best way to do that?
Once again, look at a cash out refinance to do just that. We see a lot of divorce situations where they refinance the current balance and refinance the credit card debt, because a lot of people have accumulated debt during the divorce and at the same time get rid of the ex-spouse. So it's like hitting the trifecta at the horse track. You do all three, or you accomplish 3 things all at once.
I love the advice that you are giving out. This is good advice for everyone who is thinking about refinancing or mortgage. If you have more questions, all you got to do is give Rodney a call. Pick up the phone. His number is 1-800-EXPRESS.